I just saw a white lady pull out of the neighborhood that we're looking at, and I have to say, my concerns have increased by 10%. This is not what I came for.
That's kind of blows my mind about the neighborhood. Whenever I see, because I grew up in West Chapel, and I never see white people, but when I see them drive neighborhood, I'm like, where y'all coming from? Like, where y'all
going?
Where y'all at?
Whose cookout did you get invited
where
to?
Where y'all at? Because like driving from work, I'm like, where y'all live on this side of town? You live on flat shows? Where y'all living at? You know what I mean? But
white people live on Candler Road. White people are gentrifying one house at a time. And look at a lot of these houses look like they just got done. Like
coming soon.
Just got their face beat to the gods. Like these houses out here.
Not no grass, Monterey.
Look at these houses. Like you can't even see any of them. Look at that one. That one looks kind of neat. They like Halloween.
It's gonna be on the left.
Okay, that one looks gentrified. This is a bad example. I know I suck. That one is older. That one, I don't know what's going on there. That one looks newer. Look at that. Look at the new ass pants. Look at his white ass standing on the porch smoking a cigarette.
Here we go.
Look at that. That's our neighbor. This is where we are. This is actually nice. This is really cute, you guys. Look at that weird door.
Neighbor cares about the yard a lot.
Crazy neighbor. Okay, so that one was a no-go. It looked great, but there were some major flaws in sort of like the design.
Oh, we should start doing names. This is Monterey.
Monterey.
This is Monterey. Before we did
Indian
Manor. Which is funny because it's an Indian family.
That's probably why they named that.
It's not why it is because it's older. It's probably more so like the Native Americans. But anyway.
True.
So, Indian Manor. It was Indian Manor. That was a big house.
Yeah.
So this is Monterey. Monterey looks cute, nice yard, trees in the backyard, but they have nothing else.
There's a shit ton of stuff wrong with the basement.
It's a short shelf, like it's a short ceilings. Not that tall, but if I jump and I hit the ceiling, it's no go because we're gonna be dancing in the house.
That's facts.
That fucking stove, gas stove, 5 burners.
It was right up against the wall.
Yeah, like in the ass crack of the wall. So like, I'm cooking or I'm banging my elbow against the wall like every time, like for sure. If I'm cooking and she's coming in from the garage park, I gotta move away from the stove. Like it's like
too much coordination.
It's just too much. It's too much.
And the stove being right there, I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't know. It just wasn't it. There were just some major flaws. I mean, they did a good job updating it, but they also like cut a lot of corners where it really mattered. So it doesn't matter to me if you have like a nice shower and a nice bathroom and then you turn around and like there's a lot going on with the HVAC, a lot of like hacky fixes that they had, and it just, I don't know, it's like
just stuff that
that's the stuff that's gonna cost us money down the line.
And this stuff, we saw media stuff that was like, that looks weird. It's not gonna look right. There's like rubbing and stuff is really tight and crammed. It looks like it's not to code. I don't know anything about the code specifically. It just like these looks too close.
Yeah.
And then it's like it looks like a lot of shortcuts, and he wanted to like get it up and like
get it out.
Put it out, but
it looked like a quick flip, and it probably was.
So not at all excited. I was excited about that one too. It's a little.
Damn. Okay. Window. And it's a two-way where they can see you, but you can't see them. That's smart. Yeah. It's interesting driving in these neighborhoods because you can see what other houses are like and what they're doing, and sort of like what the trends are, which I like. And so far, the neighborhoods that we're kind of driving around in look great, which is awesome.
There's a park down there, apparently.
There is a park. Oh. Yeah, so I'm overall still super excited and optimistic about finding something quickly because that would be great.
Yeah, now we're going to Belgreen.
We're going to Belgreen. I'm going to remember to record. Yeah. This street, though.
Neighbor's nice. It's very, very walkable. Wave to your neighbors. Hey, neighbor. Like I can see it. Just the house is inside. It was a cute. Like I can imagine pulling up to the house. And it looks cute. A nice red door, which I didn't think I was gonna be into, but the red door, and a nice little front yard too, with a little bit like a small porch. I can sit like just like one chair. I see this a lot too. A lot of people in the big yard trash outside too in the houses.
Yeah, that's kind
It's
of.
like the third or fourth one I've seen. Stuff outside
That to
these
me
houses.
is like you don't care about the property or the neighborhood, and it's because you don't need to care, and it's because you don't own or you're a renter.
Glenwood.
Oh, right on Glenwood.
So, yeah, that one's that's a no. That's not.
It's a no for me.
It's going from a yellow to a red, whatever it was. This is red now.
I think for me,
And it was like
It's a no.
it's cramped. Like it felt.
It was
small.
super
like it's
small.
It's bigger than.
that was the
condo.
one that was like 1,200 square foot or whatever.
Check again later, but it's just like it was a
It
lot
was
more.
small.
And it was like it had like a lot of rooms, but the room was small. Bedrooms being small, okay.
It's
whatever.
not a deal breaker as
Not a
long
deal
as the
breaker at all.
kitchen and living room are stunning.
A lot of light in the bedrooms too. Like,
Yeah.
I like when it's like everything else besides the bedrooms like doesn't have carpet. I like that.
Yeah,
Cause I'm not eating in the bedroom, so I don't worry about like.
I eat in the bedroom. So,
I mean,
yes.
we got a vacuum, so we got a vacuum now. We grown.
We
Okay.
did get a vacuum.
Posing. Think about your whole life.
I have seen so many black women posing. There was a woman sitting waiting on Marta, literally laid out on a bench with her hand under her chin in pink sunglasses and the flyest like jump tracksuit waiting for the bus. And I was like, you're just asking to be discovered as a model. You're just asking for Rihanna's Fenty team to be like, you person, come with us, because that's how models get discovered. I don't know if you knew that. They just like go to the mall and like find like tall girls and like bring them to Milan.
Speaking of Rihanna, the second Savage Fenty show just came out, and I realized I didn't watch the first one yet. So
Yeah, apparently we're supposed to watch that. I get bored with fashion shows, but I think this one might be a good one. So
it's
maybe
good to
I'll
put
watch
on
it.
like do something else.
I think I heard really good things from people who don't like fashion shows, so maybe we should watch it. And there's like pregnant girls and fat girls and tall girls and short girls. There's just like women of all body types, like really like not fat, but they have a flat stomach weirdly. Not that, like fat and they have a stomach and they're in lingerie and they look amazing. And so I would love to see it. I think ultimately it's good business to make plus size clothes. Like people will buy it and they'll pay at a premium because who the fuck else is selling like good looking plus size clothes? Like nobody. So it's just, I think Rihanna, it was just like an easy decision to be like, yeah, like make it in every size because like they're just gonna buy all of our shit, and then like skinny people who are trying to be woke will just buy all our shit too because they want to support the right people. So, you know, that's interesting to me. It's just like funny to me that people are like, we don't make that. I'm like, why? When it's gonna sell. Like, I think it's just one of those ways where like they just want to keep people out instead of looking at the bottom line and convincing themselves that things won't sell the way they used to convince themselves that movies with black people wouldn't sell, when the exact opposite is true. But they also know that the power behind seeing yourself on screen and on the runway would change the landscape of the way that they do business, and that's what they don't want. You know, it's not just about the bottom line for some people, it's about the, like ownership and power and having like being a gatekeeper.
It's just
and
reverses now.
it just like they would lose their spot as gatekeepers if we became empowered. So that's why they don't want to give us pockets and like bras that fit. Like literally it starts there. It starts with that simple shit. But let me get off my soapbox. Are we almost there? I'm liking what I see so far though.
A lot of people
This is a fucking photo right here. Look at this little boy.
a lot of people just standing outside.
Yeah, but there's also babies around, which comfort me. That little kid is
This
gonna
driveway,
be
though?
a star.
I would have walked out here.
Yeah, that driveway looks
That driveway
hefty.